put a spell on you.
It's a booming global industry worth £2.5 billion a year.
'Cause you're mine.
Getting rich from our dreams of finding love. But is online dating all it seems?
I take them all at face value or photo value.
It was all fake and under the pretense that it was real.
Tonight, industry insiders blow the whistle on how this growing industry is fooling its customers.
You are told openly at a job interview that your job is to fool people.
I actually think I got laughed at. How do you think it works?
And we reveal how your most personal data, photographs, email addresses and your intimate desires are all for sale on an industrial scale.
It seems to me, from what I've seen, that this is something that's done as a matter of course.
These profiles are fake, Mr. Appelese.
Fake? No, all profiles real.
Because you're mine.
Millions of us are looking for love, for that perfect person. And for a price, there are companies who say they can help you find it. There are an estimated 1,500 online dating sites in the UK alone, catering for any preference you could possibly dream up. It's boom time for the online matchmakers. But they've got to compete to get your money. We've looked at some of the tactics used, and what we've found is far from romantic. So in the search for true love, we ask how truly genuine the online dating industry really is.
Want to find somebody special? Go to Cupid.com, where helping people meet the right people is all we do.
One of the biggest online dating companies in the UK is Edinburgh-based Cupid plc. It was founded in 2005 and is the only online dating company listed on the stock exchange. I went to meet one of the people who'd signed up with Cupid, looking for love. John Isaacs created a profile of himself, hoping to attract a new partner after his divorce.
I put myself in as athletic.
And in no time, women on the site seemed eager to chat.
If you just take a week, then I would get several hits every day.
Keen gardener John thought he had struck it lucky. He had posted his profile for free, but in order to speak to them, he'd have to subscribe. So John paid up. But then, he says, something curious happened.
All of a sudden, the number of hits I experienced just dissolved.
The number of emails you got
Yes.
after subscribing
just goes down a cliff. You know, as soon as your subscription lapsed, then hey-ho, all of these people suddenly reappeared again, like mushrooms.
What makes you think that the company is behind this?
Well, it can't be random, can it? There's no way you can dress it up as not being something which is system-based.
John continually resubscribed to various Cupid sites for around 8 years, still hoping he'd find love to be a bed of roses.
Why did you keep going back for more?
It must purely be optimism, the thought that somebody actually out there was real.
You promised me love.
John says he spent around £4,000 on online dating sites, but found these promises of meeting someone seemed to dry up once he'd paid up. Yet the money's still pouring in for Cupid. The Scottish company has become a global brand, with revenue last year of £81 million, more than triple the figure in 2010. So was John's experience just a one-off? The BBC has been contacted by other Cupid daters, complaining of disappearing messages and fake profiles. We decided to do our own investigation and set up profiles on Cupid.com. Our profile was a 46-year-old man called James, living in Glasgow. We didn't give him any photographs or details, so you wouldn't expect him to attract much interest. We also asked 2 genuine singles looking for love to post their profiles too, Clark and Jane. All we needed to do was wait and see if any messages would come in. In 2 months, our fake profile received nearly 500 messages, and some of them definitely seemed suspicious.
Here's one here that says, "Looks like you're popular, James." Let's have a wee look.
Our first message was from someone called Christine.
Given all the concerns I've heard, I wonder if I can find out a little bit more about her, see if she's genuine.
We took her image and dragged it into a search engine, and in seconds we'd found her. When we contacted Christine, she told us that while she did have a Cupid account, she'd never emailed our profile. So the message I'd got from Christine wasn't real. Could it be it was just a come-on to get me to pay up and subscribe? Our profile was proving surprisingly popular. Apparently, another perfect match for James was a woman called Kaz B. Kaz B's image matched Karen Barkeep. She's an actress appearing in several prime-time BBC One dramas, including Monarch of the Glen. She had tried online dating before, but says she's never created a dating profile on Cupid's website.
You ready for this?
And there I am. How exciting.
Kaz B, you're 40.
I am, that's true, yes.
Okay. And you're a perfect match for a profile that we set up at the BBC.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Now, 5 foot 6.
Pretty much 5'7".
Yeah. Vegetarian, strict vegetarian.
Having roast beef for my tea.
Yeah, okay. So Kaz B does not represent Karen.
No, I don't know. I mean, at the moment I'm seeing the funny side of it, but it's done purely to take money from that person who's in a vulnerable situation already, because it takes a bit of guts to be open and say, here is who I am, are you interested in me? That's, you've got to be brave to do that anyway. And I really object, actually, the more I think about it, I really object to someone taking advantage with people like that using my photo.
Kaz B's no longer on the site, but internet traffic to our BBC dating profile was hotting up. This time, James was matched with Danny 69, a widow from Glasgow.
Danny 69, are you who we think you are?
It appears she's not in Glasgow at all, not even in the UK. She's called Julie McCrossan.
Well, that's bizarre. It says Julie McCrossan is from Australia.
We discovered that Julie McCrossan was actually a broadcaster who has a long-term partner. She told us she's never used a dating website. Yet another fake profile trying to entice us into the Cupid website, and like the others, didn't appear to be the work of scammers. While the BBC's profile was receiving attention from fakes, Clark, who's a tailor in South Glasgow, was also testing Cupid's website. Would he have better luck?
This woman, Danny 69.
Yes, I sent her an email on the 16th of June, yes, but I haven't received anything back from her. Same age as myself.
We've come across Danny 69 before. In fact, that photograph belongs to a broadcaster in Australia.
In Australia?
Uh-huh.
It makes me wonder how many of the other ones are fake as well.
Clark has tried to email another woman from Glasgow.
Does she look familiar?
It's very attractive, isn't it?
She's very attractive. Do you know who she is?
No, I don't.
That's an old photo of Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer?
You're aiming high, Clark.
I do feel caught now. Here I am sending emails to Michelle Pfeiffer, hoping for a response. Well, it's all very fake and all. So no, it hasn't been a good experience. No.
So how was our other online dater getting on? She was also receiving plenty of attention.
It's never a dull moment.
Good.
I'm not saying it's successful, but it's not dull.
Is there anything to make you suggest that he's not who he says he is?
No, I take them all at face value or photo value. No, I've no cause to think that he's not legit.
Unfortunately for Jane, we did our research, and although some were genuine, others were definitely not. And she's yet to go on a real-life date from the site.
A
pattern of deceit appears to be emerging. Messages apparently from real people, but sent without their knowledge. Some profiles are partly real, but partly fake, and others are totally bogus. All of them are abusing someone's image to feign interest in our daters. We contacted Cupid. They said with regards to our online profile, there had been communication from genuine users. As to correspondence falling off after subscribing, they promote subscribers less broadly on the website to focus their attention on key messages. On fake profiles, they said, considering the industry-wide problems with scammers, it's likely that this is the cause. Cupid expends significant effort to combat scammers. We had heard from Cupid customers from around the UK, but our information brought me here to Ukraine, where Cupid bases much of its operation. In theory, fake profiles could originate from anywhere. After all, we've invented one ourselves for this programme. I wanted to ask the company's staff here if they knew about the fake profiles.
Hi, I'm looking for Cupid's offices.
They promised an interview another time, but after I left their offices, it never materialised. But I had found another way. There's someone else, and she says she has a unique insight into what goes on behind this fence. Svetlana Tuchinska is a journalist for the Kiev Post. She's investigated the company. She went undercover and applied for a job as something called a motivation manager.
I was interviewed by a girl who was part of the recruitment team. She told me that the job is to communicate with customers of the websites. She became more specific and she said that we have to talk to them pretending to be people from their cities or their district so that they would be interested in prolonging their membership and paying further to the company.
So you had to pretend to be a real person on the website?
You are told openly at a job interview that your job is to fool people, to give them hope, to give them hope that somebody is interested in them, in their district, in their city. Somebody is talking to you, somebody is interested, but then you just, after these 3 days, you just stop talking to the person. And so obviously the person would be very disappointed and not understanding what has happened.
Is there any way that you could have got this wrong?
No. There is no way I could have got it wrong because I spoke to the company recruiters who explained me the job. How can I be wrong? There is no way I can be wrong.
And do you have evidence?
Yes, I do. We are ready to go to Ukrainian court, British court, anywhere in the world, and we can prove it.
Svetlana kept contemporaneous notes whilst undercover and published her story in the Kiev Post in March. Cupid later told us Svetlana's allegations were wholly incorrect. They said a review earlier this month by their auditors KPMG found no evidence of a company-organised practice of staff enticing registered members to subscribe through use of fake profiles. Cupid says it's now replaced the motivation teams with dating advisors, which will be strictly monitored. With millions of us using dating sites back in the UK, the obvious question is whether concerns about fake profiles are confined to Cupid. I was starting to hear worrying evidence from those who'd worked in another company, Global Personals.
The vibe at Global Personals is one of people that work very, very hard, but like to have a great time as well.
Global Personals is one of the largest dating companies in Britain.
We work really hard to make sure we recruit the